Okay, for the last 5 or 6 years, okay, 3 or 4, Marshall Pruitt and I have only been at racer.com for 3 or 4, but for those last 3 or 4 years, we have been harping on IndyCar. Let's go back to Road America. Let's go back to Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. Let's go back to where the greatest road course exists and where a real fan base is. And guess what? Thanks to Derek Walker, George Brugenthes, Mark Miles, and the IndyCar people, we came back to where we belong right here today. And I'll tell you something, George said it was the biggest weekend he's ever had here, and that includes Nigel Mansell in 1993, which was amazing. But I went down to Turn 5 today on television, and it was spectacular. Standing in the grandstands under trees, on top of each other, it was phenomenal. And what I heard at the drivers' meeting today really made me feel good. The drivers gave George Brugenthes a standing ovation when he walked in, which I haven't ever heard of or seen in a long time, and that's pretty cool because that's how much they wanted to be here. I've seen more people, even old geezers like me, excited to be here because we know what this means to IndyCar, and we know what a great racetrack it is and how exciting it is. And I'm going to hear people say, well, you know, Miller, there was no pass for lead. Will Power led the whole way from the pole. Well, guess what? There was 134 passes from 2nd to 12th, and the price of admission alone was worth it when Juan Montoya and Joseph Newgarden went at each other for about 4 laps. And Newgarden gets a tip of the hat and the Tough Guy Award for the year. What a job he did, 22nd to 8th with a broken wing, and not on his car, a broken wing right here. And Power did a hell of a job. He's right back in the championship. Tony Kanaan would have had one more lap. If they hadn't dropped Connor Daly's car off the jack, he'd had another lap of green. I think Tony Kanaan might have won this race. Graham Rahal continues to do a good job, finishes 3rd. The fastest Honda, and certainly Ryan Hunter-Reay overcame the flu to finish 4th. But what I'm going to take away from this day is I've never heard more drivers and more fans thanking each other. The drivers thanking the fans for being here, the fans thanking the drivers for coming back. And I just want to thank IndyCar and George Brugenthes at Road America for putting this race back together. They've already announced the race for next year, June 27th, Marshall, June 25th next year. And this should have always been a staple. We should have never left this place. And the next thing we need to do is drop Detroit in the Detroit River. Belle Isle needs to be sunk into the Detroit River, and we need to go to Milwaukee the week after Indianapolis. And I think this thing starts at 1 o'clock at Milwaukee, just like it did today. Our fan base is in the Midwest. This is where we belong, except for you people at home. You belong on Racer.com, reading Marshall Pruitt, Robin Miller, Mark Glendenning, Allison, Andrew, all the kids, Paul Fanner. I'm going to wear my shirt next week after you give me a raise. Robin Miller, thanks for watching.